What's up, Naruto fans? This is Chris for Manga here. I'm gonna read this week's chapter of Naruto, and that last week was another amazing chapter. So far Naruto, as again I keep saying this, it's been really consistent. We haven't gotten a shit chapter in about a few weeks now, so this is really good. I'm glad the momentum it's really good, solid chapters every week. So nothing to complain about. Now this chapter was good chapter, but very action orientated. Now that's not really a bad thing because we do get a little bit of story progression, and it's kind of nice to see Naruto and Sasuke doing some combination attacks. That's always good to see. I mean, they did a couple back in the first arc, and now we see them going that route again. Where I mean, it's cool to see them do that because there wasn't much communication between them yet. Their formation, their teamwork seemed so natural. It came natural to them, so that was kind of nice to see that they don't really require communication. Just that they work well together without. Yeah, I mean, it's just that their teamwork is basically, it comes natural to them. They coordinate well. They work well together. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, I've said a lot of unnecessary things, but what I'm trying to say is that they work well together, and it's good to see them. Good to see Kishi actually portray that in this chapter. Now, it there's a few things that kind of irked me a little bit, but I'm gonna get into that because there's a lot of questions I have now. But I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing because if you don't have questions, then that means the story is so simple and that's easy to understand. Now, questions could be bad because plot holes and all that shit, but in this case, it's just that okay, what's really happening? I'm actually curious to know what's happening in the background. Anyway, let's get into it. This is basically just one big celebration of the new Sandins have finally arrived. Now we have these new Sandins. Team Seven are now the successors to the Sandins, and even we get this little panel with the further Okage remembering Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru all together. And he says and I guess he's thinking that Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke, they've come a long way. They're basically inheriting the roles of village heroes, the Sannin, whatever. So he's proud of them. So we actually find out who the summons were. So Sakura summoned Katsuya. Yeah, Katsuya. The frog Naruto summoned was actually Gamakichi, which surprised me, but we're gonna get into that a bit later on. And Sasuke summoned a new snake called Oda or Auda. Um, what was I think? First of all, let's talk about the snake. The snake is very loyal compared to Manda, who obviously when Orochimaru summoned him, he was all like, if you don't give me 100 sacrifices, I'm just gonna eat you. Whereas this snake is literally calling him Sasuke Sama. He's just friggin' loyal. He's submissive and all that stuff. So I guess Sasuke has a snake bitch now. So that's cool. Gamakichi on the other hand, he got. I mean, I'm pretty sure the time between when Naruto full pain and now hasn't been a year. It's been dare I say a couple of months. So the growth within that period is just astounding. I mean, whatever. I'm not. At this point, really, I don't really question much things. I don't question much Naruto anymore. I just kind of just go with the flow in terms of certain things. So Gamakichi basically being the same size as Gamabunta right now, I don't really care. I'm just gonna go with it because I like Gamakichi as a character. If he's relevant because of his size now, then that's a good thing. Maybe we see more of him. Who knows? But he's also improved. He has like a katana now, like his dad, and he smokes a cigarette now. So Gamakichi approves smoking. Now, now here's the interesting bit. Sakura actually summoned Katsuya, like I said before. Why this is interesting to me is because Tsunade summoned Katsuya while she was split in two. This Katsuya actually managed to heal her. Now we get hints of what happened to Tsunade later on in the end of the chapter, but I'm just wondering, did she actually do anything significant to help Tsunade in her situation? Because when Katsuya got summoned, she's like, "Oh, Sakura, you managed to do the forehead seal thing. Well done." Tsunade summon would be proud. Dot dot dot. And I was like, "Oh God, what the fuck does that mean?" Anyway, yeah. So Sakura basically just did that thing where she made Katsuya crumble into little pieces, and she just all of her little clones went to each of the members of the Shinobi Alliance to start healing their wounds. So yeah, that was cool. Sakura's doing her thing. Thumbs up to her. She's actually doing really cool. So now the fight has been left to Naruto and Sasuke. Now Naruto, tells Gamakichi that he needs to get near the middle. So he needs to do one jump to jump over all the basically the Jubi clones, and Sasuke decides to tell Aoda to basically slither through them and get into the middle. Basically, that's their plan. So they do that now. In the midst of all this that's going on, the third decides to summon Emma. His giant monkey with the stuff. Don't know why. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be holding the seal together. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Anyway, with that, then we have this scene where, funnily enough, Sai is like, "Oh shit, this is the previous Team 7." So I'm pretty sure Sai's thinking to himself, "I'm not in the same league as these guys anymore." Like, yeah, he was screaming that I'm a member of Team 7. Now he actually gets in his head that, okay, I'm definitely not as strong as these guys. I need to just sit back in the background and keep my mouth shut. So good job, Sai. You do that. While this is going, he actually decides to have a conversation with Jugo, and he's asking Jugo that. I'm probably jumping ahead really far right now, but I don't need to do it in chronological order because you guys already read the chapter, so I'm just going with it. So yeah, he's having a conversation with Jugo, asking him, what is Sasuke's plan, and then Jugo is just like, dude, I haven't got a fucking clue right now. I don't know. So he just literally turns away. He's like, I'm not too sure, and I don't think he's hiding anything. I honestly think Jugo has no idea what Sasuke is doing, but a part of me is thinking, what if he does though? Because he's just in that stoic stance, that look in his face, just like he's thinking about something. What is he actually thinking about? I mean, is he thinking, what is he and Sasuke gonna do after all of this? Is he thinking? Does he know that Sasuke actually has something planned? A part of me think that he doesn't know anything, but that's yet to be. I mean, I could be surprised. Kishimoto could pull something on us. I mean, I really don't believe Sasuke is completely a good guy at this particular point because I mean, it's. I mean, I still don't trust him. He has a bit of a Orochimaru in him, where no matter if he's doing something good, I'm still looking at him as a bad guy right now. But yeah, that's just me. So yeah. So the cool. I mean, this is definitely the coolest part of this chapter. So Naruto and Sasuke they're basically preparing for like a combination attack. As I said before, they're not communicating. They're just going with this, and it's almost like a natural thing. So Sasuke, he summons his Susanoo, and then he does this. His arrow, his Abernethy Susanoo fires that arrow, but basically the arrow is made from the black flames, and then he actually shoots it at the Jubi, and then Naruto is actually preparing a Rasengan Shuriken. Now this is like on gigantic proportion. This Rasengan Shuriken is huge. I mean, it's almost the same size as Gamakichi. So I was actually laughing when I saw that because it's like it's like a helicopter basically just holding Gamakichi up in the air. But I think that was still probably the jump. But anyway, so the arrow is heading straight towards the Jubi. Naruto throws his Rasengan Shuriken, and then Sasuke's flame arrow, the Amaterasu flame, and Naruto's Rasengan Shuriken, they both collide basically, and they combine. So basically, what happened was, and you guys probably already know this, but the elemental chart thing, fire gets enhanced by wind, and then we get this little flashback panel where Naruto is remembering his conversation during his Rasengan Shuriken training, where he says, where I think it was Kakashi that told him that wind is the it has the advantage against lightning, and then Naruto's like, oh right, I'm basically compatible with Sasuke, so I'm happy about it. Then he actually basically he says what he actually meant was that he's glad that he's able to assist Sasuke, help him be stronger basically. So the wind actually intensifies the Amaterasu flames, making it extremely strong, and then actually hits the Jubi, and then now it's celebration time. Everyone's hoping that that's enough to destroy the Jubi. We get some comments from the fourth and the second, and second's like, raw, I've never seen a combination attack on that scale. It takes a lot of skill to pull it off. The chocolate proportions were quite even, so it was well calculated. When you see the second impress, you know they done a good job, and then the fourth is just he's just still amazed at his son, how far his son's come. He even came up with this complicated name for the attack. I mean, it's the longest name for attack I've seen so far in Naruto. I could have missed some, but it was long to me. It was called Swirling Gale of Lightning Black. Of light and black flame, something like that. It's the translation is there somewhere. I probably butchered it, but it was something along those lines. It was a really cool attack. And then yeah, it's just so now the ninjas of the battlefield are being healed. Naruto, Sasuke, they're just really hoping. I mean, and there's a scene where Sasuke is like burn up. I think referring to the Jubi to like this completely destroy him. So you can see there's still a bit of darkness in him, but yeah, so everyone's celebrating now. Everyone's just saying, "Yay! I hope the Jubi's dead." And then we switch scenes, and then we see Orochimaru. So we get to and carrying all together now, and then Orochimaru says, "Wow, you're in a bad shape, Tsunade." So that's pretty much confirmation that Tsunade is still alive. To me, anyway. I mean, maybe he's talking to a corpse, which I think would be stupid. But I'm pretty sure Tsunade is in a fucked up situation. Hence the reference, you're in a bad shape, and hence the statement. Sorry, the statement that you're in a bad shape. So, yeah, Tsunade is still alive. Anybody wants to celebrate, celebrate. Tsunade is cool, but she's not really that important to me. I mean, yeah, she's the fifth. I mean, I kind of want her to die. I mean, sorry, Tsunade fans. I want her to die because that gives it the opportunity that, oh shit, or fifth is dead. We need a sixth Hokage or seventh because I don't think they're honoring Donzo or something. But whatever, we need a new Hokage. So that kind of just speeds up the battle between Naruto and Sasuke. So we just get that much closer to that fight. So that's my hopes anyway. As I said before, really good chapter. I probably won't drop a rating on it this week because I really can't really think of one. But I mean, it was a good chapter. That isn't not taking anything away from it. Really good chapter. Let me know what you guys think of it. It's speculation time. Do you think Tsunade is actually dead? I personally think she's alive. It would be silly that Orochimaru is talking to a corpse. But if you think differently, if you have any reasons, if you have any proof, let me know in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, give that hit that thumbs up button. It helps a lot, and subscribe for more videos. Take care.